Hello, in this lecture we'll talk about the story of the great poem The Knight in the Panther Skin. Actually, in a nutshell, the story is about the adventures of two knights, Tariel and Tandil. Tariel is the hero of the poem. He is with the nickname The Knight in the Panther Skin, and Tandil is the commander of the Arab armies. In more detail, we can say that the story can be divided into two parts. The first part is the search for Tariel, the hero of the poem with the nickname The Knight in the Panther Skin, and the second part is the search for Tariel's beloved, the Standard. So in the first part, the search for Tariel, one day Tandil, the commander of the Arab armies, challenges King Ostevan, that is the king of Arabia, to a hunting competition. After 3 days of shooting game, they take a break and they rest under a tree. And suddenly they saw a mysterious knight dressed with a panther skin crying by the river. King Ostevan was very curious to know who is the mysterious knight. Therefore, he sends slaves to contact him, but the mysterious knight reacts violently and kills all the slaves that sent to acknowledge him, and then disappears. King Ostevan sends parties all over the world in order to try to find the mysterious knight, but becomes disheartened when he fails. Then Tinatin, the only daughter of King Ostevan, asks of Tandil to find the mysterious knight in 3 years, promising him to marry him in return. Okay, and after 2 years and 9 months of searching, finally Tandil finds the mysterious knight, and the mysterious knight tells him that his name is Tariel and that he was the commander of the fleet of India, and he was in love with King Parsedan's daughter, the Standard. But the Standard was abducted by the Kaji, the demon king. So from that moment he was very depressed and he was always crying, and he actually secluded himself in a cave with only a maiden by his side. When Tandil hears the story, he is very excited and he promises Tariel his brotherhood and friendship, and also he promises Tariel to help him to find his beloved, the Standard. So that is the first part of the story, the search for Tariel. The second part is the search for Tariel's beloved, the Standard. In the second part, Tandil, Tariel, and Pridon, that is the ruler of Bulgazanzar, with 300 soldiers, go to the country of the Kaji in order to rescue the son from her captivity. But the problem is that the country of the Kajis is very strong fortress. Actually, the country of the Kajis is a fortress, and it is impossible to infiltrate in that fortress, and also the Kajis are very strong fighters, so actually it is impossible mission to rescue Nestan from her captivity. In addition, Nestan was imprisoned in a top floor of a high-rise building. In 24 hours, guards secure the prison in order to prevent her from escaping and in order to prevent others from rescuing her. So, for that reason, it was impossible mission to rescue Nestan from her captivity. But Oftandil, Tariel, and the 300 Pridon, and also the 300 soldiers did the unthinkable and succeeded to rescue Nestan from her captivity by the Kajis. And the story has an happy ending in the sense that Oftandil marries his beloved Tinatin, and Tariel, the knight in the panther skin, marries his beloved Nestan Darajan. Okay, and the story even in more detail, as I already mentioned before, the story can be divided into two parts. The first part is Oftandil's quest for Tariel, the titular, the knight in the panther skin, and the second part is Oftandil's quest for Nestan Darajan, Tariel's beloved. In the first part, the search for Tariel, the king of Arabia, Rusteman, has no sons and confers the kingship on his only daughter, the beautiful and wise Tinatin. She has a tender affection for Oftandil, the knight and the commander-in-chief of Rusteman's armies. One day, Oftandil challenges King Rusteman to a hunting competition. After 3 days of shooting game, they encounter a knight crying by a river. He is dressed in a panther skin and kills the slaves sent by the king to contact him, then disappears. Ostevan sends parties across the world to search for the mysterious knight, but becomes disheartened when he fails. Tinatin asks Oftandil to find the strange knight in 3 years, promising him her hand in marriage in return. After 2 years and 9 months of searching, Oftandil finds the knight in the panther skin hiding in a cave with only a maiden for company. His name is Tariel, the son of King Saredan, who has the 7th kingdom of India. He had served as heir to King Parsedan, king of the other 6 kingdoms, for many years, before falling in love with Parsedan's daughter, Nestan Darajan. Tariel wages war with the Katavians to earn the favor of Nestan, but is dismayed to learn that she has already been promised to the Khwarazmian prince Khwarazm. Tariel couldn't bear the idea of her marriage, and at Nestan's request he killed the suitor. The princess was placed on a boat and set adrift on the seas. Despite Tariel's lengthy search for his love, he couldn't find her. Later, he met Nuruddin Pridon, the ruler of Ugazanzar, who told him that Nestan was alive but trapped on a distant boat. Tariel retired to a cave to live in the wilderness with Asmat, the former servant and messenger of Nestan. Moved by this story, Oftandil promises his friendship and brotherhood to Tariel and agrees to help him find his love, Nestan Darajan. Avtandil returns home to Arabia and tells Tinatin the story of Tariel. Against King Rostevan's wishes, he returns to his new friend Tariel. That is the first part of the story, the search for Tariel. The second part of the story, the search for Tariel's beloved, the Standarajan. In the second part, Avtandil then leaves Tariel to go to the kingdom of Pridon, where he doesn't hear anything new about the Stan. Continuing his quest, he arrives in the city of Bulandsharo. He meets Patman, the wife of the chief Hussein, who falls in love with him. Avtandil sends him, she knows the fate of Nestan succumbs to Patman's seduction. She tells him she has been keeping Nestan at her place, and as Nestan was promised to the king's son, she helped her escape, but in her flight, Nestan was abducted by Kaji, the demon king. Avtandil then returns home to Pridon and to the cave of Tariel, and later all the three friends, that is to say Avtandil, Tariel and Pridon, decide to go to the country of Kaji with an army of 300 men to find and deliver Nestan. When she is released, all return to Arabia, where King Rustevan forgives Avtandil his flight and breaking the king's order. They all celebrate the marriage of the later, that is to say Avtandil, with the king's only daughter Tinatin. They then leave for India, where Tariel marries his love, Nestan. Pridon also returns to his homeland, that is to say Mulkazanzar, and the three friends reign happily with prosperity and generosity in their own respective realms. Okay, thank you very much.